Hey, what's up everyone? This is Starscream 1988, and today I'm bringing you another toy review of DC's Direct Brightest Day Series 2. Now, just like last time, this is a 1/3 case box that you get basically 12 in a full case. This time I kind of had a cheat. My friend Eric really wanted to see these. We hadn't put any in the store yet, so I did already open it. I removed the tissue, but I did leave the contents inside, obviously. So let's kind of take a look at these guys as we go. So that was kept, no big deal. Right off the bat, first guy we have is Hawkman, and he is a companion piece to Hawker, obviously from Series 1. Really nice figure. Same exact case as you can see from last time. Nothing on the sides. A little bio on the back. Let me go forward here a little bit. There we go. And I won't read it, but if you want to read it at home, that's great. And that's cool. Alright. Go from there. And as you know, I already have the Green Arrow, the Deadman, the Aquaman, and the Hawkgirl. We still have the Aqualad, Jade, Hawk, and Dove. So those will be the next ones to come out. Alright, so that's Hawkman. And now we have Firestorm, and Firestorm looks real nice. Another really cool figure. Actually, one of my favorite characters that I've always enjoyed. He actually came out in the early 80s, I believe, the original one. So he is a real cool character. And this is a new incarnation. I believe he was created a little while ago. I would say 4 to 5 years ago. So, but yeah, there's your Firestorm. Next, we have Martian Manhunter. A very powerful character, one that has been around for a very long time. And I actually kind of want to zoom in there a little bit because the artwork on some of these are really nice. So that's a nice rendition of Martian Manhunter. And again, same exact case, nothing special, nothing on the sides, same bio that you would have with the other ones. So that's that. And last but not least, let's get rid of the box, would be Mera. And Mera is the wife of Aquaman. She is the queen of Atlantis. So very nice figure also. I like how her hair is already kind of, it has that wave look. And she does come with, if you have picked up Aquaman, she comes with the same trident that he has. Exact same length and everything. I can already kind of tell from here. So, and I'm actually going to display these as I do the review. First they'll be by themselves, and then I'll put the other guys next to them so you can see them all together. But cool. So let's open these puppies up. Okay, and here they are out of the box. Very nice figures. I guess my only complaint would be, and you know, I'm not like a super historian. Yeah, I've been collecting comics for a long time, and I probably know my Marvel guys a little bit better than the DC, but I would think that Martian's probably a little bit taller. And you know, he is usually a really big guy, so he's up there. He might even be taller than Superman. I think Superman's like 6'3", 6'4". Firestorm looks nice. He's nice and lean. He seems to have the right height. Hawkman, and again, you know, he seems to always be a pretty big guy. Mera, she looks perfect. You know, she has a very well endowed chest, and she's very thin. She's a good looking girl. Again, I like the whole wavy thing, like she just came out of the ocean, just kind of came out from like underneath the water, whatever. But I'm gonna zoom in here a little bit so you can kind of see them a little bit better. So there's your Hawkman, Firestorm, your John Jones, and your Mera. And she's really, again, very nice looking figure. Whoever did her did a really nice job. So, and I'll show you a little bit on the articulation that they have. And I do want to thank, and I apologize, I can't remember the gentleman's name, but on the last review he mentioned how I forgot to mention that Green Arrow had articulation in his leg, and it was just so stiff that I just never really noticed it. That's one thing that I will kind of have a little bit of complaint on. All these guys, they're like statues almost, so the paint tends to be very rigid, and I'm almost sometimes afraid to you know, kind of move their joints. But here's, you know, her stand, obviously, and even the peg, sometimes I'm afraid that the peg's gonna break. So I will say, you know, if you buy these, DC Directs has never been meant to be played with. I honestly think they're more of a toy for just display purposes and whatever not. So, but anyway, so she does have knee. Now, she definitely does not have feet articulation. I mean, that is a solid piece there, if you can see that. So, she does move up and down this way. She does have elbow articulation. No wrist. Her wrists are solid. And that's probably because it's so thin. Because, you know, they are trying to, you know, portray the woman as having, you know, she is a strong character, but at the same time, she is a woman. She's very feminine. So she's not going to have, like, you know, huge, you know, hands like that. Yeah, so she's really thin there. One thing I will say that right off the bat kind of sucks is that she can't even hold her trident with both hands. And, I mean, that's as far as it's going to get. So that kind of sucks. So in terms of doing much with her, you can't. And obviously her head would move, but because of the wavy hair that I so much say that I like, that's as far as it can go. So she can kind of do that, or she can do that. So we'll put her back. Now when it comes to the men, obviously it's a different story. There's more articulation, whatever not. One other note, when you put them all the way down like this leg always tends to stand up. So you kind of have to almost loosen it a little bit just so it's actually touching when you finally put her down. So again, if you go all the way in, you know, they're doing like a one hop there. So it's kind of weird the way they did it. They probably should have designed it where the peg was almost slanted, and I just broke it right on film. That sucks. So again, another thing to watch over, don't mess with the pegs. They do break. I'm sure I'll be able to take it out, or maybe I'll super glue it or something later on. So there you go. So I'm glad it happened to me because it sucks, but now you know. So anyway, so that's that, and I'm not mad. It is what it is. I do have other figures they break like that. So let's go now to John's. So let's take that out very carefully. So it's out. He does have that type of articulation there. Nothing else on the bottom. It's just there. Knee, leg, arm, bicep does move up, you know, fully around, up and down. The cape is nice and it's hard enough where it has that really cool look, but it's still, you know, it's rigid enough but soft enough that it does both. I know that's kind of like an oxymoron because I'm saying it's hard and it's soft, but I guess it's just right, as you can see. And his wrists do move up, you know, all the way around. And his head is a little bit hindered because of the cape, but it does move sideways, and he can go, you know, he can say no. No. So that's your Johns. And next we have Firestorm. He does move his chin, I guess. His shin, not his chin. His shin does, his, you know, knee, his leg, his arms. Same as John's. One thing that I would have liked, and, you know, I know it's probably kind of tough for them to do or whatever, but one thing that I like about my Transformers is, and, you know, for those of you that collect Transformers, any character that usually has translucent on the top, their eyes are also translucent, meaning that the whole head is translucent, then they just kind of paint over it. So that would have been cool if you would have put it under the light, that you would have seen his eyes kind of like glimmer. That would have been pretty cool, but that's, you know, that's something that, I mean, it's minor, obviously, but it would have been cool. So, and same thing with Hawkman. I mean, you know, again, no waist for anybody but the arm, elbow, wrist, and the legs, and the whole side part there. You know, looking at these figures, and I'm going to pause for a second and put them all together, you know, I guess, like, actually I can bring her off camera. Hawk Girl has the exact same wings as Hawkman. Now, in my last review, I kind of showed you that, you know, the way you put them in, and it does articulate this way, and you can kind of go up and down. But I will tell you, again, just like I just broke Mera's base, or the peg, even putting the wings is really kind of scary. And again, I mean, these toys, or action figures, whatever you want to call them, they're really meant for display, and that's why I like them, because I don't play with my, you know, my action figures. I just kind of display them and, you know, make them look very heroic or whatever pose they already kind of have. But I will say, you know, putting the wings on is kind of scary. I almost felt that I was going to snap his when I was putting the right one on. So hopefully when you get this yourself, that won't be the issue. In terms of their maces, he certainly has a lot more spikes than she does. She only has a total of 5. He has like 16, it seems, or something like that. But you know, pretty much the same. Again, these are actually really hard to put on too. Their fingers really don't want to separate, so you have to be very careful when you're putting them on. And as you can see, her fist is closed on her right hand, his is on his left. So I don't know if you know, you might want to display it like that, or you might want to display it like this. You know, where they're, you know, kind of like knuckle up. Yeah, give me dap. So you could do it either way. So, but yeah, I mean, I would still say, you know, if you picked up Series 1, definitely pick up Series 2. He does have a lot of weight on his back, so he keeps leaning back, which is kind of annoying me a little bit. She doesn't even do that. You know, I'm kind of like looking at the waist here. It looks like there's some separation, and I know I should have probably covered her before, but even though it looks like there's separation, unless these are so glued, it just still doesn't move. And same thing with him. It looks like it was super glued, but there's just no waist articulation. But again, that's fine. So actually, I said, you know, I said I was gonna pause this, but it kind of makes no sense. So I'm just kind of gonna do this, put him like that, and I'm gonna put Aquaman there with his wife. So, oh, and she fell because the peg broke. So anyway, that's that, and this sucks. And she won't hold. Okay, I'm not gonna waste any more video on that. And here's the leader, Deadman. I say the leader because obviously he's the only one with the white lantern. And last but not least, probably one of the most popular characters that, you know, did the whole 26 issues of Brightest Day. There's your Green Arrow. So it's a pretty cool lot. Again, that's 8 out of the 12 proposed so far. I hope there's actually a Series 4, only because I kind of want to see, you know, some bad guys or something. That would be kind of cool. I don't know if it'll happen. So, you know, we'll see what happens. But anyway, that's your 8 so far. And if you're a completist, obviously you're going to get this. So nobody has to tell you, hey, you know, go out and get it. You're just going to get it regardless. But, you know, I know I didn't rate them last time, but if I had to rate them, you know, I give them a solid 7.5, 8 out of 10. If you're a big DC fan and you love Brightest Day, because it was a pretty good storyline, then this is something you'll get. And plus, it's complimentary if you have Blackest Night, the whole, you know, 8 series run, or 9, whatever it was. But yeah, that's basically my review on these guys. These came out last Wednesday. Today is Sunday. So it took me a while to review them. I just kind of get lazy sometimes, and you know, I do work. But anyway, thanks for watching my review. Give me some thumbs up if you liked my review. Some comments would be great. And again, I want to thank whoever that was that corrected me on Green Arrow. Thanks again, because it does move. But yeah, cool. So I'll see you guys later. Take care, YouTubers, and have a good night. Peace.